Hey everyone, it's your boy Bookmark and welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into a chilling horror manga that have caught my attention the time it released earlier this year. I can't wait to talk about it. Stay tuned. So we're back and we're talking about Huntress, also known as Phantom Stalker Woman. It is a horror manga written and illustrated by, I hope I don't butcher his name, Minetarō Mochizuki. He's the same mind behind Dragonhead, and he redid The Island of the Dog. But this manga was originally serialized in Kodansha's Weekly Young magazine back in 1993, with all the chapters being compiled into a single tankobon volume that dropped in Japan in July 6th of 1993. In July of 2024, Kodansha announced the English license for this manga, and it was officially released of this year in February 25th, 2025. I know you all probably hear like the background sound. I just got the fan on because it's a little bit warm in my this room right now. So please bear with. I hope it don't mess up the quality of the video. But I'm gonna give a brief synopsis about the story without like having any spoilers. So the story follows Hiroshi Mori. He's a college student. You know, it was just one evening that he was in his one day he was in his apartment and hears this like knock. It's just a consistent knock. And he's like, he look out the door and see this tall lady, hair draped over her face, with a trench coat on and bags, and mumbling something. Knowing me, I would have looked. That has nothing to do with me. I'm going back into my room immediately. But she actually, he actually helped her and gave him his phone to like give the person a call that she was looking for, Yamato. Not spoil it, won't spoil anything. But from Yamato, or from his position, well, what happens following that is that she actually leaves her bag in his apartment. Don't know if that was intentional or unintentional. After reading this manga, I think it was intentional. You will see if you read it. But that spirals that makes this this builds this story into this spiraling, eerie feeling of this stalkerish type vibe, and it brings a lot of like dread. The best way to say it is dread over gore, because this is not gory. It's not about that. This is not how it gets under your skin. Huntress get us under your skin with the psychological horror, and I felt that personal feel of dread, because you constantly ask yourself, who is this woman? What is she looking for? And is she real? Pretty much. I'm trying not to say too much about it, because I feel like it's really good going into this manga not really knowing what's going on. But I'm trying to give like a small little snippet of what you may expect. The artwork in particular, I think his artwork, Mizu's artwork, actually fits really well for this manga. It's not the best to me, but I think it works perfectly. But I had a thought. I was thinking about it when I was writing up the script for this actual video. His artwork with those like weird smile, like when they do like this in the background, it's very similar to how Goodnight Poom Poom by Asano characters do. Like you'll get these weird smiles in some of the background characters. It's very similar to how some of the characters in here do that smile. I don't know if he draw influence from him or not, but I caught that small little snippet. It actually bring into the creepy nature of this. So why does this work? What sold me on this manga was that it did not need gore to like build a captivating story. It's one of those type of horrors. It's one of those type of horror mangas or books to actually shoot to trying to put a real life scenario into practice. Stalking is very real, and like actually having that dread of like always having to look behind your shoulder to see if something there is or not, or like to like explain to somebody that this is happening to me and nobody like actually think is happening for real. Only the people who actually know you, until they actually see it, is when it actually happens. And that itself is what makes this manga very unsettling. The feeling of the unsettling feeling of dread, that is what makes this works. I want to make another note. The ending of this manga is by far, to me, one of the best manga's endings I ever read, because it ended without any like resolution. To me, it did. You have lots of questions when you finish it, but I think the ambiguity it what makes this manga even creepier, and that's how this got my 4 out of 5 star rating. It's not the scariest manga I ever read. As a matter of fact, it's not the scariest story I ever read. I've read stories a lot scarier, a lot more unsettling in literature form. Some mangas I can't think of the top of my head right now, but some mangas actually that I've read have been unsettling, a lot more unsettling than this one. But what's really, how it really delivers is that psychological tension and the mystery of the Stalker, that relentless pacing, because it has really good pacing, and that unforgettable ending. It makes this absolutely worth the read. It's a quick 1 volume read. I actually read this yesterday. After work, after I got off work, I just wanted to read this because it's been on my shelf for so long, and I think it's like 215 pages. So it took me like 40 minutes. I had, it was an eating time. I just want to sit and read for a while, so I sat and read. It was a really, really good read to me. It was, but that's it for this one. Y'all let me know in the comments if you read the Hauntress, or if you want to put on your TBR after watching this video. If you have any horror manga recommendations, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe. I plan on making some more videos soon. It's been super busy, but I will make sure to stay consistent with this. I'm having a lot of fun. I do plan on recording my TBR for August. I plan on recording my haul, not haul, because I haven't done a haul in a while. I'm planning on doing a haul, but I plan on recording my TBR for August, my wrap up for July, and some of my current reads. I want to do a snippet too. This right here, The Last Samurai, I read this I think the day after yesterday. So what, that was Wednesday. I actually like it. It got me wanting to pick up the Malibu Wolves. I think that's the manga. But this is really good. I'm very curious about how this is going to play out. But I'm definitely gonna make a video about it. Until next time, keep reading and stay spooky.